Hey, babe.
Coming. Yes.
Hey, can I get a blanket, please?
No,
Why not?
because you can go get your own blanket.
Sparky has a blanket, and I can't get a blanket?
Well, yeah, but Sparky. Go get your blanket.
What is happening? Sparky. Can't believe she would get me a blanket. Man, what's wrong with her? Look, she'll come over and she'll tuck the dog in, make him feel all comfortable. Yet her husband, no, he has to get his own blanket. Yeah, sure. Hey guys, so I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to this Junior Church Connection episode number 7. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that right there. See that? It's a tree. See that? That's a house. So what I want to talk to you guys about real quick is that tree started off with something small. It's called a seed. And then by the time that seed grew up and it got watered and it started growing and it got nurtured and everything, it got to the point where that's been there for years and years and years. And look at the size of that tree. It's about as big as that house. In fact, it's even way bigger than that house. Let me see if I can show you guys. Look at that. If I can actually do this right. Look at that. That tree is bigger than that house. That just makes me think about what was it like when it was small, or how did that tree get planted there, or what? So what I want to talk to you guys a little bit about is something that starts off small, and it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows, and sometimes you don't even realize that it's growing, and it's there. I'm going to talk about bitterness today, so stay tuned. Okay, so now let's open up our Bibles to Ephesians chapter 4. Ephesians chapter 4. I want to share a couple things with you guys real quick on bitterness. Okay, so like I had told you in the intro, I want to talk about bitterness, and you probably have no clue what bitterness is, but I want to explain it to you a little bit. I want to give you some visual illustrations so that you can have some kind of idea on what it is. But I want to talk to you what the Bible says about bitterness. So we're going to go to Ephesians chapter 4. Ephesians chapter 4, and we're going to start at verse 29. It says, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers." Okay, so basically we should be controlling what is coming out of our mouth. Nothing that that can be made into a hurtful manner. But the truth, sometimes the truth hurts, but sometimes there's another form of hurt. There's a hurt where you want to hurt somebody, and that's not biblical. Biblical is basically like a truth that hurts because it's a growing pain. So there's a difference between a hurt, trying to hurt somebody, and a growing pain. Okay. If you guys don't know what growing pains, you'll experience them a little bit later when you guys get into your teen age. But going to verse 30, it says, "And grieve not the Holy Spirit of God, whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption." Verse 31 is the one I want to focus in on. It says, "Let all bitterness," okay, that's the word we're going to be talking about today. "Let all bitterness and wrath," we know what wrath is, "and anger, and clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you, with all malice." If we go back to what we were talking about with lying, it said, "Put off lying and speak every man truth to his neighbor." And this is basically what it is. We're putting away bitterness, wrath, anger, and clamor. We're going to talk about bitterness today. We're going to try to see if we can get a series going about all these other different ones. It says, "And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you. We're going to talk about each and every one of these probably in the future, but I want to talk about bitterness right now. What is bitterness? Bitterness is something that is a let's call it a feeling that comes inside of you. It is something that is that doesn't agree with you as your body. Okay, bitterness. How many of you have ever heard the phrase of "man, that fruit was bitter," or "man, that is very bitter"? That is something that doesn't taste good. It doesn't sit well with a human. Okay, bitterness is very much something that the human wants to kind of move apart from. But the thing about with bitterness in the Bible, what that is kind of something that sometimes happens in our lives and we don't realize that is happening. Okay? But you're like, Brother Gavino, when I eat something, when I know it's bitter, I don't want it anymore. Well, the thing is that with spiritually speaking, with bitterness, sometimes it's there and your body holds on to it. It's something that is there that your body doesn't want to let go, or that your flesh doesn't want to let go. Okay? So I'm just going to make this statement just because I really believe it, and I've seen it quite often in different churches and talking to pastors and missionaries. I believe that bitterness is probably one of the number one things that happen in the church. In the church, you have a lot of bitterness. You have a lot of people that have seen things that have happened unjustly, or haven't been treated the right way, or weren't talked to the right way, and bitterness starts to set into them, and it starts growing in them. I explained to you guys before when we talked a little bit about bitterness. Bitterness is something that is usually planted in our bodies, and I'm trying to open something up for you guys. If you guys know anything about plants, you know that a plant starts off with something, and that something is a little seed. And by the time I open this up, this lesson will be over. But look, so if you can look right there, that is a little seed. That is a little seed for these morning glories. Okay? So, in order to get the morning glory, one of these seeds have to be planted, right? So, that's what happens with bitterness, is that you see a little unjustification. You see something that somebody treated you the wrong way. Something happened to you, and what happens? This is now planted in your heart. This is now planted in you. This is now planted in your spirit. What happens is that as time goes on, your eyes are now opened a little bit more to more things. Oh, that brother, he got treated unfairly. And so you get into it and you start talking to him. You start communicating with him, and then you guys start agreeing there was an unjustness. So what happens is that, so you add a little bit of water onto it. You add a little bit of water onto that seed. What happens to that seed? It starts growing. It starts growing. It starts growing. It starts growing. Spiritually speaking, what happens is that everybody else can see that this bitterness is growing, but in reality, you don't see that it's growing in your life. That's why it's very toxic. It's very dangerous to have bitterness in your life, because majority of the time, you realize that there's something going on, but you don't really pay attention to it. You like it and you feed off of it. You like how it keeps on kind of growing in your life, but you really don't pay attention. And by the time you really start realizing that there's bitterness in your life, guess what? It is a tree. Guess what? Now it is something that is unbearable. It's something that is magnified in your life. Guess what? Most of the time, people around you can find out that you're bitter just because they see it growing in you a little bit. And they start seeing what is a little stem, and then it starts bearing its leaves and starts turning into a little bit of a small tree, and it gets a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then, is it easier, here's the thing, is it easier to pluck out a seed from the ground or pluck out a small tree from the ground, maybe a size of a weed, or is it harder to pluck out a tree from the ground? You know, when it comes down to taking out that tree of bitterness or whatever, usually what happens is that you have to get more machinery in, you have to get an axe, you have to get a saw, you have to get so many different things in order to cut that tree down. But why wasn't it controlled when it was small? When that seed of unjustification was planted into your heart, you should leave it there and, okay, now I'm done. I'm not paying attention to it. But the thing is that spiritually speaking, we like to add on that water. We like to spray it. We like to add on more fuel to the fire. We like to add on a lot more so that it keeps on growing. That bitterness keeps on growing in our lives. I'm going to explain something to you. Simple fact of bitterness is that bitterness is dangerous and it's poison. That right there, that is a sign of biohazardness. You can read it right there. Danger, poison. Brother Gavino, why is bitterness poison? Because bitterness is just like poison. Bitterness is something that you drink of. And you know it hurts you. But you drink of it. You keep on drinking it. But bitterness only affects the person that's drinking it. Same thing as poison. There was a story that I heard, and it's very, very short, and it reminds me every time about bitterness. Bitterness is you wanting somebody to die, but you're drinking the poison. You know it's bad for you, but you're the one that's being consumed by it. You know, bitterness, when you see something that has been done wrong, take it to God. You see somebody that had been treated wrong, take it to God. Don't get involved into more scenarios. Oh, yeah, that happened to me too, and this and that. Just stay away from the bitterness, because there's going to become a time where that bitterness is going to hurt you. Everybody else, as spiritually inclined, sees that there's bitterness in you. That bitterness can take you to being out of church. That bitterness can take you from losing your relationships with your family, losing your relationship with your pastor, losing your relationship with God. Bitterness has started wars. Oh, this person, he went and he killed my dad. I'm going to go out and get him and get him vengeance. How long did that hurt stay in that person? You know, bitterness usually comes from people being hurt, and it flourishes into something, and it grows into something very nasty. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. Biohazardous. Means it goes against your body. It can hurt your body. It can hurt you. It hurt your spirit. So I tell you with all my heart right now, and I beg you, for somebody that has dealt with bitterness, by somebody that has been through the stage of seeing how that is growing in my life, and then it got to a big old tree, and by the grace of God, God helped me remove that bitterness from my life. God gives you the tools and say, take it down. Use the axe. Use the word of God in order to take down that bitterness. But it's a lot easier to control it when it's a little seed. Okay, so we're going to play a little game. I've tried a couple of these things and it's going to be pretty bad. So we're going to play a game, basically sour versus bitter. So we have some Sour Patch Kids. Okay, we have cocoa powder, which is bitter. So we have the sour, bitter. We have coffee, straight coffee, which is bitter. We have this, which is like a Mexican powder. This is like in between bitter and sour, and it hits you right in the back of the throat, and it's pretty bad. Okay, and then we have grapefruits and lemons, or limes. Sorry, lemons is for the Mexican term. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna play rock paper scissors again, like we did last time, and then the person that wins gets to choose for the person that loses what they have to eat. And then we have to basically keep on going. So we're gonna do this a couple times. It's gonna be pretty crazy and pretty nasty, and we'll find out how this is gonna be. Okay, so babe, ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh! Alright.
Let me see.
Alright.
I'll be nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Grapefruit.
Good.
So I have to eat a grapefruit. I have to eat it. Is what you said, right?
Yes.
So I can't just suck it off. I have to eat it. Okay? So here we go. Ready? Pray for me, kids. Here we go. Ready? Alright, let's keep on going.
Almost done?
Let's keep on going. Ah! Alright, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper, scissors, shoot. Ah, what did I do? What did I do? Let's go again. Ready? Alright, paper, scissors, shoot. There we go. I'm gonna be nice too. We'll be nice too. Just starting off, kids. Just starting off. Grab 3.
What?
3?
Just one.
I'll grab 3.
And then?
Just pop them all in and chew them. I'm nice, because I love my wife. And I don't want her to get sick. They're not bad, are they? Let's start off.
I don't like them though.
Oh, you don't like them? I love them. They're my favorite candies. Alright, ready? Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Try the coffee.
Still have the grapefruit in my mouth. Here we go. I like coffee. I like coffee. That doesn't taste good with the grapefruit. Alright, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright. Alright. You gotta try the cocoa.
Oh no! Why are you gonna give it to me?
Give her a little bit, okay?
I don't want to.
Here we go. Ready? Open up. Just open up. Go.
I mean, it's bad. I'm okay.
Alright, you're okay. Alright. Alright. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh!
Alright, here we go.
Oh.
Here we go. I'm starting to not be nice. There we go. This is great. Ready? Just gotta go. Don't think about it. Just go. 1, 2, 3, go. I feel like we're gonna have stomach aches after this.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Woo!
Oh my goodness, I can't believe this.
Okay, here we go. You gotta do a lemon now. No, you know what? I'm changing my mind. We're gonna do grapefruit. Just all satisfy everything that she's done already. Just go. Right? 1, 2, 3. Just go and just pull it. Go, go, go. Pull it out. It gets worse.
I like grapefruit though.
I don't understand how you can like grapefruit just like that. Oh, okay. So.
I like it though.
Alright. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Is it really happening?
Alright. I'm gonna call it last because she's already done every one of them except for the coffee. So you can go ahead and eat that lime.
Can I
ma'am.
change it?
No. Go ahead and eat that lime.
It hit. The grapefruit hit.
Yeah, and then have coffee after that.
You can't take
Oh, suck it. It's like, get it all out. Just suck everything you can out of it. I feel like she's gonna get sick. All right. All right. You wanna do the last one? Are you done? Yeah? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And last but not least, she has to drink the coffee.
Yeah.
All right. This was great.
It wasn't my day.
She lost almost every single one. I lost 2. She lost the rest. Take a big old swig out of that.
I don't like this coffee. I want to cry.
Just go. Just go. Don't think about it. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. All right. So we love you guys. We miss you guys. We can't wait until we get to see you. So I didn't give the answers out on Saturday of the people that dealt with pride that I was thinking about. One, the son of David was Absalom. And 2 was the king was Nebuchadnezzar. I did get a couple answers back from Nebuchadnezzar. So to you that responded Nebuchadnezzar, you guys are right. Nobody got Absalom, so that's fine. But yes, I did get a lot of Saul. Saul did deal with pride too. And for
I thought it was Saul.
And then some people said Solomon. I don't really know of any type of time that Solomon dealt with pride. So I'm just trying to. I'll look into that a little bit more, but I just wanted to give you guys the answers on that. Remember, go pick up your pizza kits at Vadroni's or a 12-inch one-item pizza, and tell them that it's for Cornerstone Junior Church. Remember, $5 go to Cornerstone, the Junior Church Fund, and $5 goes to Padroni's. So thank you guys so much.
Try our games.
Try the games, man. This one was fun. This was great. Even though I won, I'll keep on rubbing it in. I won Saturday and I won today. So hey, we're having a great streak, boys. So stay tuned next week.
Not for long.
And stay tuned for Thursday. We love you guys. We'll see you then.